Blowjobs are a no for me.
It is a skill. It is a practice skill. It is a necessary skill. Ooh.
The secret to a great blowjob is saliva, saliva, saliva.
It's important for us to learn from this because I think we lose because we beat ourselves.
You need to swallow it too.
I understand the problem here.
The people don't understand esophagus is the main player of the game.
Try to stay away from it as much as I can.
You can start by licking the dip.
I didn't understand it, but
Patrick Agyemang to Bambi or a newborn giraffe or what?
No, Miguel, my stepsister didn't leave me. Well, the straight red card. I mean, I wish I would have had a stepsister. That would have been hot, but it just wasn't meant to be. No stepsisters. My parents never divorced, so that never was a thing. However, I did learn a new word the other day, Brett, called consanguinity. 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 Nope, it's a real word. Consanguinity
is what, with some kind of consequences or something like that.
Consanguinity is what
okay, never mind.
The church or the Pope, when two royals in Europe back in the medieval ages or before or after that, Renaissance as well, wanted to get married. And the church would look over documents and say, you guys are a little too closely related. Yeah, based on the laws of consanguinity, we cannot allow the two of you to get married because you're cousins within too many degrees. Obviously, that was overruled on the constant by the countries themselves saying, review that again. Oh, by the way, here's some money. Here's some money.
Ding, ding, ding. Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it turns out you're only fourth cousins. It's okay. Yeah, you guys go ahead and you do the nasty. All right. And you have warped children that look like they're, I don't know, slightly like deformed, which is what happened. And you look at Philip, the last king of Spain. Whoa, that guy's a deformation waiting to happen. Anyhow, so new word of the day is consanguinity. I'll have to share that.
I will forget that in 5 seconds. So
I will be sharing it at school. All right. I am off.
Gonna talk about a royal inbreds at school a lot, huh?
Well, I mean, it is a part of the historical landscape that, shaped us all today, Brett. I'm sure somewhere along the line, one of your great-great-great-grandpas married one of his cousins. It just happened, especially in smaller towns, right? I mean, you lived in a village with a lot of the people that in the village where you're related to you somehow, To
a varying degree, sure.
I mean, going way back when the villages were like small huts and shit like that, right? Probably not a whole lot of degree between tribes, right? Or all.
Yeah, exactly. As I say, it's even within small groupings in general, small towns, small hovels, whatever. Yeah, guarantee it.
Yeah, so we all have in some way to have to accept the fact that at some point back in our road.
Miguel says maybe in Indiana we don't do that in Illinois.
None of us do it anymore, Miguel. I'm just saying back in the day.
I wouldn't go on 100% guarantee that nobody still does it, Derek. I'm sure there's still some people out in some.
Well, it's not legal.
Mountains.
Right.
Sure.
It's not legal, but they do it still, obviously. There's a whole show made on YouTube. You can go watch back in the.
Is it consequential or whatever it is? Is that just the act of marrying?
No,
it's the act of consummating.
No, consanguinity is the idea that you are two people want to get married, two related to one another.
Yeah.
To get married. So using the laws of consanguinity, you're not allowed to get married. Okay. So yeah. There you go.
Since I live in Muncie, Brett, you don't want to know what happens up here.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to do in Muncie, I guess, and marry your cousins and
Or have sex with your cousin. Yeah, I mean, it still happens in Kentucky. There was a whole series done, a whole show done on YouTube about this family that was completely inbred in, I think it was Kentucky or somewhere in the Appalachians, right? And all of the members of the family were mentally disabled, like big time.
I mean, they go back and they look at the they do the story of how you met your mother, or how you met your mother, and it was just like, you sure do have a purty mouth.
Oh God, snort like a pig. Yeah, what's it now? Squeal like a piggy. Yeah, we don't want to go there. By the way, you are listening to what is right now, you could consider the heartbeat and soul of sports in the United States, right here in Indiana. We do have the Colts, who are 5-1. We do have Indiana University, ranked number 2 in the country in college football.
It's nuts.
Undefeated. We do have the Pacers, who just went to the NBA Finals. So, I mean, some good stuff happening here in Indiana. Can't say it isn't.
And Indy 11.
I don't know what they're doing this season.
That's why I just stopped right there. I'm like, Indy 11.
It's Middish, I believe. Middish table-ish. Anyhow, yeah, I haven't been following that, honestly. I know it's a team we helped create, but I don't know, Brett. I don't know about you. Sometimes my heart's just not into it.
Yeah. You gave me a lot of shit. You gave me a lot of shit when I was a U.S. Open Cup when I was rooting for Chicago.
Well, not against our team we created. You can't do that.
Of course I can.
No. Your blood's in one team. Your dick's in the other. That's totally two different things.
Yeah, but I mean, generally speaking, men think with their dicks, so.
Oh, that's true. I know you certainly did. And congratulations to you.
Sometimes the dick wins.
It wins, and then you get the bonus stuff that comes along with it, like, smart, all the other good things.
Yeah.
Funny, add those are bonuses, right?
Bazinga.
Bonuses. All right. What do we got going tonight, Brett? What do we got?
We have a smattering of things. I'm just getting one more thing loaded up here real quick, and
that's what
moving it over.
Oh, by the way, while you're doing that, I mean, can ESPN FC take 2 shows in a row, the Sunday show and tonight show, and spend a total of 2 hours on Liverpool versus Man United? Really? We're going to talk about that for 2 hours?
There's that much to talk about?
2 shows in a row? What are we fucking doing here? I watched the game. My dad and I watched the game. Yeah, Liverpool played better for most of the game and just couldn't score. They hit the post. It ended up 2-1. But that Man United team is, this is not a turnaround point for them. They won a game. They'll probably could lose the next 3 or 4. I'm just saying this. If you're a Man United fan, don't get too excited. Almiron, the manager, is pretty much hardcore, concretely going to do his thing regardless of how it's working. So maybe this is a turning point for Man United, but I seriously doubt it. The question is, what the hell is going on with this lineup at Liverpool? They got players up the wazoo, and they're losing. And they've been losing and not playing well for a while now. I guess when you bring in all these new players, chemistry changes, something's off. Something's just off. That's it, period. Right now, they're all arguing with each other the whole game. I watched the Fulham game this weekend, too. No Jedi, by the way. That was disappointing. But it is what it is. No need to watch the AC Milan game, although I did catch the end of it with no Pulisic. And then amazing, Pepe was back this weekend, folks.
Yeah.
All right. Brett, take it away.
I watched the 30 minutes of Gio on the pitch.
There were some moments there.
Yeah.
There was some good moments there. But then there was like, where are you? I can't find you.
Well, it felt like whenever the ball got to him, I think I felt like everything slowed down and Gladbach maintained possession better. But you're right. In that 30 minutes, there were just moments where the ball was hugging the right side of the pitch, or if it did go out left, Gio was in the middle or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, you saw moments, and he needs to get some fucking minutes.
It is frustrating to watch. Like wherever he hovers, the ball isn't. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Yet, and then Scally had it. Man, he was just hitting a wall like over and over again. Some good moments.
I think when you hit a wall, I think you're talking about their left winger, whoever it was.
Yes. Yeah.
Seemed to be like ripping into him nonstop.
Yeah. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Who still doesn't know, although Poach says he should, why he didn't make the squad recently. All right. I'm still drinking Tax Man. I have not. I bought 2 4-packs, so kind of committed to this for a while. And it is the Port Barrel qualified barrel-aged Belgian-style quadruple ale at 10% ABV. It is distinctly potable. We've already established that. And that's why I'm going to enjoy it. I enjoy this beer.
There you go.
I just hope they make it
drinking,
again.
right? It's to enjoy the beer or the drink.
I just hope they make it again.
If you don't like drinking, why are you drinking?
Well, the problem with them is they got all these Vault series, right? Are they ever going to make this again? Or am I drinking my last one right here?
Could be.
I don't know. All right.
Well, stop by Taxman, voice your opinion. Hey, bitches, make me this. I want a pony cake for my house.
Keep making it. Kind of like my life. Whenever I like a product, it disappears. I don't know why. That happens at Aldi's a lot. They used to carry the real German wieners. And you never know what you're getting at Aldi's anyhow. I know you have wieners. But, they stopped carrying them. What the fuck is up with that? Those were great. They were the actual real German, because Aldi's owned by a German company. They sent the real, Frankfurters all the way to the United States. I used to buy them all the time. Now you can't get them. What the fuck is up with that? Needs to be fixed. Aldi's. Fix it soon.
Fix it.
Although it's been 2 years since they carried them. Oh, well.
I think it's a long lost case here.
Yeah.
At
this point.
Derek, you sent me a video of some woman running from bears. And I've got to tell you, I watched it.
You think it's AI?
I think it's AI.
You do?
And I think so because I think I've seen like 40 different type of these videos where the animals are saving baby kids from falling downstairs or jumping into pools or sticking things in
saving babies.
Cats, cats scaring off tigers. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sitting there going like, no, it's possible these happen. It's possible they happen to have a camera right next to the outlet the kid is about to shove a fork into. But it's probably not.
But this didn't look AI-ish to me.
Maybe not the bears. We'll watch it here, but maybe not the bears, but the other ones. I'm like, I don't know.
No, the kids didn't either. But all right.
Get to the porch! Keep running, baby, keep running! Oh God, Josh, get up! Come on, good kitty, up the steps now.
See, my thing is, why did they stop right there? Bears just stopped. Did her screech literally just stop them in their place? Was it that by the cat?
I mean, bears can be a little jumpy with big loud noises they've never heard before.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do think it's...
Kevin says cats don't save anything but themselves.
That's kind of true, mostly. I think the fact that she's running up the porch with her 2 small children behind her for dinner for the bears, I think that's weird. I know I had kids, and I honestly don't think I could have done that. I would have said, all right, I'm here. Take me. I'm bear meat. But... Yeah. My kids are going to make it in the house. Fuck that shit. I do not. I found that if this is an actual real video, and I don't know if anybody can confirm it, but it seems fake to me.
Doom and Alex both think it's fake.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Yeah. The rest of the video, I'm not interested in, but just that first part. That's it.
Yeah. Just the fact that I've seen like 40 of these videos where they have like a series of like 6 6 clips of, infants being saved by dogs and cats, whatever. I'm just sitting there going like, I need the dog. A dog will save him from another dog and maybe another animal coming up and everything like that. And a cat might make a sound. But I mean, I'm watching. There's somewhere the dog literally is like putting his paw out and holding the baby from falling down the stairs. I was like, wait a second.
But then again, what you can create with AI is amazing. What I was able to create when I made the last Brando video, for instance, I don't know if we can pull that up, but that is a still photo.
You know what, Derek, right here. Doom brought up the point that you can see the watermark, and I thought Sora was just another video player, but it's actually an AI generator.
Motherfucker.
You got had.
Now, I figured there was a chance. It's not like I didn't come into this going, I could be AI. But could we pull up my video? Don't play the music because it'll sound like shit over this, because it doesn't translate very well. But if you pull up, if you go to our videos and pull up the last Brando video, all I did was take still photos of me in black and white from 2002. And I was able to create, for instance, Josh Seib, who helped.
Is this on our actual channel? You posted this, right?
Yes.
Not on your direct
nope,
channel?
It's on our channel.
Okay.
And Josh Seib, by the way, is the one who co-wrote the theme song to our show. But here, he played piano on this song, and I just took a still photo of him like it is me from about the tits up, black and white from 2002 that we did for the Indie Star. All right. And I made him play a piano. This is insane. And I made him sing and move and shit like that. I put a crowd behind him. Like he's playing a fucking piano. I was just standing. I put a mic in my mouth and made me sing. You can do crazy shit with AI. It's absolutely unbelievable. It takes work. You got to know what the fuck you're doing, and it takes time. But man, you can get a lot of shit done. It is crazy what you can like. That is not me. That is me. But I never sang into a mic and was filmed doing it in black and white. Never had a mic in my hand. All right, so it's pretty crazy what you can do with still photos. That is me at the age of 34, 33, or whatever I was then. So
it's really going to make you question every video you see from now on.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I have to question everything now because I've been able to see what I can do with it. And it's pretty mind-blowing.
You know what else is mind-blowing? That in some households around the United States, there's such a thing called leftover bacon.
I know. I was going to say the size of my nipples.
Oh. It's crazy.
All right.
Leftover bacon, Derek. I mean,
you could do anything with that. You could crumble it up and make an Italian dish, right?
Sure.
With spaghetti and some egg yolks and some Parmesan, little cream, butter.
What happens is you have a family of 4, and everybody eats bacon. You have one kid who really loves bacon. He eats a bunch of bacon, and you're left over with just like one and a half, maybe 2 slices left. I'm not putting that in the fridge. I'm just going to eat it.
You eat it. Listen. Is there really an issue with lots of leftover bacon? I've never heard of this before. Bacon rarely gets left over. Rarely.
No.
Rarely. What is that?
Kevin says that's AI. There's no way that's real. Bacon gets eating
in one setting for sure. But what is that Italian dish? Somebody remind me, with the egg yolks, the tempered egg yolks, the cream, the butter, the Parmesan, and the bacon.
Sprinkles on ice cream.
And I know they use pancetta instead of bacon. But who the fuck has pancetta? Carbonara. Thank you, Mr. Flores. Well done, my brother. It's one of the favorite dishes I made for myself with bacon instead of pancetta.
I made some gluten-free chicken teriyaki yesterday.
Okay.
and it did not turn out good.
Gluten-free?
Oh, unfortunately, I've got two people who are celiac, so
That's
I'm
right.
gonna have to make things gluten-free.
Gluten-free teriyaki wings or
chicken thighs.
oh
With rice. And something the teriyaki, something about it just didn't taste right. Of course, I'm using gluten-free soy sauce to make it, so maybe that's the big culprit. But
yeah, that's tough. Culinary says, so you don't care about Leao? People need to stop saying Pulisic is better than them. I don't like comparing those two. They're really two very different players. But
should be playing opposite sides of the pitch too.
And all I care about in the end really is production. So who's scoring and who's assisting?
I mean, I respect Leao and everything like that, but I don't care about him.
I don't care about Leao because
I'm not an AC Milan fan.
No,
I only watch him because Pulisic and then previously Musa. But I mean, if Pulisic's not on the team at this point, let's say
I'm not watching AC Milan.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
I got two other games to watch.
You're a Juve fan. Why the fuck would you watch AC Milan? And I don't really have a dog in any fight in Serie A. I really don't have a team.
Well, quite frankly, I mean, I'll say Juve is my Italian team, but I mean, quite frankly, if McKinney were to leave tomorrow, I don't know if I'd really catch too many of those games. I don't have a dog in the fight for European sides in general.
Yep.
I don't have any connection to them outside the American players on it. So
Green Great Basin says, does Derek like the Foo Fighters? I like the very first Foo Fighters album and maybe half of the second one. And that is where I call it a night. I do not like whatever. The Fly song where he's on the plane. I don't like the cheesier stuff they got into later. I just don't. Fair. That's just me. Just me. Okay, I'm a snob. Okay.
They literally made a Mentos a music video for a song.
Yeah. I just can't get into that. I support them because they're rock and roll at least, and they exist.
I think you're referring less cheesy and more commercial, if you will.
Yes, much more commercial, which to me is cheesy. So,
well, I mean, I would argue and say they've always been cheesy, and I brought the Mentos music video as an example of it. They've always been, jokey, lighthearted, kind of cheesy to an extent on a lot of their stuff. But yes, they are one of the few rock bands recently that have survived through 30 years now.
That's what I give them credit for.
So,
but that first album is a piece of art. Is the very first album that he did. Zero Music IQ. If you rate Led Zeppelin, I mean that's kind of harsh. Zero. Listen, I can understand if you don't like Robert Plant singing. I find it quite annoying myself. But the music, the drumming, the bass lines, there's some pretty hard ass shit. So I'm there.
I don't claim to have any music IQ, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Just whatever I like.
Yeah, I mean, there's some great Led Zeppelin songs. Do I like everything that Robert Plant did with all his his whining and sounding like a chick and all that shit? No, I don't like that part. But other than that, there's some good songs by Led Zeppelin. No doubt that the rest of the band outside of Robert Plant were fucking not going to get into Chopin and Mozart. I mean, of course, there's great shit in all of that. Of course. Or else they wouldn't be talked about today. I mean, seriously.
I think it's hysterical. I was talking to Mom about Zeppelin, not recently, but and then she's like, weirdest thing is the names of their songs are so strange. In the sense that you can hear the name of the song, you can hear the song's name, and you're like, what the fuck? It's like I don't know that name of that song. And then you hear the song, you're like, oh, I know that song.
Yeah. Lemon Song. Yeah, you'd know it if you heard it. For instance, Immigrant Song. Yeah, yep.
Yeah, the Immigrant Song is just saying, and you're fine. You know it.
Yeah, exactly. Whole lot of love. Got a whole lot of love. Got a whole lot of love.
Speaking of a whole lot of love, Derek.
You just know it.
Speaking of a whole lot of love. Which fries are the best fries?
McDonald's, Mickey D's. This is not even close. It's Mickey D's.
If you want to classify McDonald's fries as actual fries.
I don't know what they
But
have.
don't get me wrong. I'll eat the shit out of them. But assuming they're salted properly. If they're not salted, what am I doing?
Right. No, they always are over salted usually. But yeah.
I've had a batch or two in my lifetime where you get them and you're like, did they just not put any salt at all in this? What the fuck?
Yeah. Kevin says all, but Burger King's fries, at least at one point, I haven't had them.
Garbage.
I had them for years, but they tasted like ass.
I love the waffle fries, but I've had a bad batch of Chick-fil-A fries where they just not have been salted either. And again, if the fries aren't seasoned at all, what's the fucking point?
I like soggy fries, but Five Guys fries that I got, too soggy. Too soggy.
Their Cajun fries are good though.
Probably. I haven't had those.
Wendy's fries never look like that, although I do like Wendy's fries.
They never look like that. That's crazy. But McDonald's. I mean, if you're looking for consistency every day, getting good fries,
I'll agree with
that's
you on that.
McDonald's. Yeah.
I've never had Shake Shack in my life, so I have no idea what that is. I mean, I know approximately what it is, but I've never had it because I'm pretty sure that's not a Midwest thing.
No, it's not. No, neither is Popeyes, although I understand there are Popeyes in
There's some
Indiana.
Popeyes here,
Yeah, but that wasn't a thing. We didn't have a Popeyes for a long time here. So,
I mean, ultimately, it comes down to the seasoning. You can just salt them and that's fine. But I mean, when you get some I don't know, some like restaurant fries and stuff like that have been seasoned with like some Cajun, some black pepper, some salt. I mean, those will knock you out of the water compared to just a standard fry. But if you're talking about fast food fries,
it's really weird this got brought up because I had a fucking Big Mac today with McDonald's fries. And it was delicious. Together. I always take one bite and grab 2 or 3 fries all in the mouth at the same time. Perfect.
I'm a huge fan of in comparison. And I'm a big fry guy. I love fries, but everything. But I love a nice crispy potato wedge fry.
Yeah, they're crispy.
Fries you really jump into. Yeah.
Or well done tater tots.
Tater tots are
you
good
do
too.
that. Yep. Can't beat it. All right, for the 106 of you already here, 30 minutes, 28 minutes in, make sure you like, subscribe, share it with your grandma. What else we got, Brett?
While we're talking about fries, Derek, if ketchup doesn't exist, what are you having with these?
Mayo, but probably nothing. Because
I see there's salt on them already. Yeah, just maybe a sprinkle of pepper at most.
Yeah, don't really need even anything to dip them in.
I don't need sauce in my fries.
Yep. I mean, in Germany, there's this lovely concoction of mustard and ketchup and curry that's really good. Yellow curry that they serve with the pommes frites. But Dick's mayo, yeah, you can't beat that.
Can't beat Dick's.
Can't beat the Dick's mayo. All right. That's somebody who's been around this show for a while and remembers the good times.
All right. Now you're gonna have to cut something. You have to remove one from your life here.
Okay.
One had to go. Tacos, chicken wings, pizza, or burgers.
Right now I can get rid of pizza. I feel like I've had my fill of pizza. I think it's
as much as I love pizza and various types and whatnot, I love me some good wings.
I do too.
Tacos.
Me too.
And burger would be the last one I get rid of. The burger. Yep. I mean, you can do so much with the burger.
I can get out of the way. I don't need pizza. I really don't. In fact, I haven't had pizza for probably months at this point. I just haven't. I mean, there's only so much. Now, this is really weird. This came up because I just bought pizza dough. All right. The dough, the ball, the frozen ball you can get at Myers. I'm going to make my own pizza this week. And I haven't done that for probably 2 years, maybe a year. So we'll see how it goes.
We got wings, we got pizza, we got tacos, more tacos, wings, pizza.
You can shove a burger up your ass, says Jack Pineda.
Jack's been talking about ass play for a while there.
I don't really think I would do that. And that's a really odd thing to shove up your ass. Too many moving parts.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to shove something up your ass, it needs to be solid. So none of these products would work, but probably the easiest thing to shove up your ass would be wings. One wing at a time. I mean, if you're
Ron
going to
says
do it.
the bread is a no-go for me. Well, I mean, you could have a burger without a bun, wrap it up in a nice, piece of ice or romaine or whatever.
Well, what the fuck? Pizza's pure bread, except for the mozzarella and pepperoni and the sauce. Tacos are made of bread. There could be some breading on your wings, depending on where you go, like Wingstop. They fucking put breading on their wings. Why? I don't know. Just fry those fuckers without breading, you dumb fuckers. Anyhow, it is
Speaking of the randomness that's in stuff, obviously, I'm having two people in my family with celiacs now. Figuring out what has gluten in and what doesn't is a bitch, because I can get fries from anywhere and it's fine. But McDonald's fries, one of their 40 ingredients is wheat that gets put into the beef tallow. Flavors the fries.
Yep.
So I'm like, well, you think, well, it's French fries, whatever. But then, E and Jack were always like, oh man, my stomach hurts. I'm like, what'd you have for eat today? Oh, I had a McDonald's fries and this. I'm like, there's nothing that screams gluten. Okay, never mind. McDonald's fries are a no-go. Basically, McDonald's a no-go for people who can't have gluten.
Yeah, I'm sure you can find that some of their products are less gluten-y than others, but yes.
I mean, you can get a burger with no bun, of course.
Yep,
that's not a problem. I mean, you can get a salad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you gotta get a salad from McDonald's, my question. But
salad. Get a salad. All right, what else we got? Let's move on. We got to get to some soccer soon. 30 minutes into this.
There goes. This is kind of soccer related.
All right. Most difficult sports to play. Just kind of my personal experience. I would say basketball. Basketball, then soccer. It's close.
I mean, it depends on how you're referring this. I mean, if it's just like you going out with your friends and playing, I don't think basketball ranks up there in difficulty. I mean, you can just suck at shooting, yes. But, I mean, you pop it up there enough, you're bound to make one.
I guess my point would be, when I lived in Germany, a lot of motherfuckers could play soccer casually. Less motherfuckers could play basketball casually, because it just
okay. Let's rephrase this. And over here in the States side, there's a bunch of motherfuckers that can play basketball casually.
So it depends on your background, is what I'm saying.
But then they can't run and kick a ball at the same time to save their life. What's your point?
But at the same time, I think a lot of people find, depending where you're from, ice skating to be extremely difficult.
Yeah, that's why Frank says, dude, can you even skate? Because he has NHL as fourth. So no, he doesn't specify NBA, MLB, NFL, NHL, and then just soccer. So he's lumping all professional soccer.
Well, he's wrong
in with this. So I'm just saying. I mean, I have respect for all the sports, quite frankly, because they're all the peak talents of what they're doing. And I couldn't go to a baseball field and hope to God, after the fourth time that I've cleaned out my shorts after a 90-mile-an-hour ball zips past me, if I start swinging I might make contact once in 1,000. But even then, it's unlikely. So I'm just like, I've got respect for all the sports, and I wouldn't sit here and say, "Well, geez, soccer's harder than this, or baseball is harder than that." They all have their things that make it difficult if you're looking at the professional level.
If you grew up in the Dominican Republic, you're more likely to be a good baseball player, and that's going to come more natural. If you grew up in the U.S., then you got all these choices. But if you grew up in Europe, soccer is probably going to be more easier for you because that's what you started playing. But, it just, if you're in Canada where everybody plays hockey, that comes as second nature to a lot of those folks, just simply because they start playing at a very young age. So it really depends where you are about what's more difficult. If you grow up in Canada playing fucking hockey, well, for fuck's sake, playing soccer might seem like alien to you.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's incredibly hard at a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. 100%. That's what I'm saying. Like, it'd be a close your eyes and just swing. For me, at least. And like I said, 1 in 1,000 might be even an undershot there. I don't even know if that's necessarily accurate. I don't know what the odds technically are for baseball playing players to swing and hit a ball. But
It's
NFL's scary. I would hate to go up and try to catch a ball or try to run, the ball. Just give me the kicking job. I'll just kick the ball.
Yep. And the NFL is scary. So at the age of 15, I could throw an 83 mile per hour fastball. Had I kept playing the game, would I have gotten better? It's one of those things I kind of regret in life. But again, I wasn't over 6 foot. So now every pitcher is tall. All of them are. They're all 6'2", 6'4".
Larry calls your 83 mile an hour bullshit.
Yep. Larry, you can contact my father. He will let you know. I could throw an 83 mile per hour fastball when I was 15. I was a very good pitcher. My team went to, I know, don't have to believe me. I don't fucking care if you do or not. But the Fort Knox team, the all-star team, went to the semifinals. 4 teams left to decide who was going to get, some regional final to get into the World Series, the Kids World Series, right? The Little League World Series. We almost made it. Except I couldn't pitch every game. So there you go. Couldn't happen. And I don't care. If you guys don't want to believe it, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. It fucking happened. I lived it. I don't give a fuck.
What a weird thing for Derek to lie about, too.
Yeah, I'm like, why would I make that up? The fuck would I make that up for? I just wouldn't. I'm not trying. Like, at what point, this isn't going to get me chicks at this point or any brownie points with anybody. What fucking reason would I be telling stories? Like, okay, except to make myself, oh yeah, Derek, once upon a time you weren't a fat toad. Yeah, it makes me feel good.
Yeah, I got photos to prove
I
that.
was once an amazing athlete. Yes.
Untouchable says Derek has the same high school athletic career as Uncle Rico.
It's true. I played a lot
football over the mountains.
I never played baseball in high school. Sorry, didn't.
If coach would have put me in, we would have won state.
Well, baseball, by the way, was at the same time as other sports. In Fort Knox, baseball and tennis were the same thing. I was really good at tennis too, and I enjoyed tennis. I chose tennis. So there you go. I was a multifaceted, all-around athlete and pretty good at almost everything, but not great at anything. My brother was great at tennis. I was just good. So there you go. Master, a student of all, a master of none. There you go.
There we go. All right. Let's move on here.
Go
more
ahead.
Soccer stuff, yeah.
Derek hard glazing himself. I'm not. What did I ever accomplish in sports? Nothing. I'm talking about childhood shit. It's meaningless.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have liked to amount it to something. It just didn't. It isn't. It didn't. So there you go. All right. What else we got, Brett?
U.S. Soccer wants to get college soccer into promotion relegation, apparently.
Interesting. U.S. Soccer wants college soccer to get rid of conferences, add some promotion relegation, and make the other major changes. And I know a lot of people were like, oh my God, conferences that's all that matters in college. They get over it. They get over it. Trust me. I don't think anybody is that worried about IU versus Penn State or IU versus Illinois or anything like that. If you want to do promotion relegation in college soccer, just go ahead and do it. It doesn't matter. College soccer is irrelevant. The best players don't play college soccer at this point. They just don't. They don't. Those days are over. You might get a few squeaky ones that squirm into MLS or USL out of college soccer. And besides, it's also filled with tons of foreign players now.
I was just about to say, college soccer is kind of mirroring MLS to an extent in the sense that college is like, well, geez, we can convince some of these foreign talents who don't have a chance in their countries to come over here and get a 4-year degree.
Yeah,
so
I wouldn't waste too much time over this. If anybody is that emotionally invested in this, fine, but I wouldn't waste too much time of it because it doesn't fucking matter. There aren't going to be a whole lot of college kids coming out of to make a difference in soccer going forward for either our country or anybody else's. Just a smattering, a tiny little sprinkling of them. That's it.
But I mean, and here's the big thing when it comes to college in that sense is that we can't rely on the professional teams to scout and have the best talents on their teams because there's only so many spots and we're a big fucking country. So the only thing I'm going to say about this is the thing I always hated about college soccer is the fact that it's all squeezed together into 3 months.
Well, that won't be happening either anymore.
Aside from that, the rest of the year, you might get onto a USL, whatever the PBL teams.
Sure.
But I mean, what I think would help college soccer better and also to prepare maybe some unearthed gems, if you will, is if soccer was a longer drug out sport.
It will be. They've already decided that.
So
that's good too.
If they drag it out where you have like one game a week and you have more time to train, develop, and it's over a longer course of things, you're able to develop players better over the long term. Now, I'm not saying that's going to translate into stars for MLS or U.S. men's national team, but it definitely could improve the odds of it.
There'll be some good pros that come out of that.
Sure.
10 years ago, 15 years ago, college soccer was still relevant. I mean, to the point where, some of the guys.
The academy system was negligent.
So, yeah. So, because there was no development system in MLS yet. No MLS academies really that way long ago. So it was still relevant. It's not anymore in the same sense. Doesn't mean there won't be a sprinkling of quality players that still come out of college soccer. So whatever way they want to do to make the league longer and the season longer, and if they want to do pro rel, fuck it, go ahead. I don't fucking care. I'm not going to lose any sleep if IU doesn't get to play fucking Penn State next season. I could care less, and I could care less to start with. I don't care. I don't watch IU soccer. I'm not even interested in it.
I've been watching the highlights on the NCAA YouTube page, and God, IU is the most frustrating team. I mean, I'm only watching highlights, of course, but the most frustrating team to play because it seems like they are asleep all the way up to the point to where the opposition gets a goal. Then once they get a goal, then all of a sudden, a top level college team wakes up and shows up and plays. Yeah. It's just like, why did you wait 30, 40 minutes for them to score a goal before you decide to start playing? It boggles my mind.
I used to watch IU soccer in the 90s. I used to go to games. But that's back when those teams were filled with players who were going to be MLS players or go to Europe, and many of them did, or some of them did, and or play for the U.S. men's national team. So, yeah.
Even though I was ranked up to like 4th or 5th at one point. Now they're down to like 15 because of a string of bad results. Watching them play, I mean, I only see like a couple players that really stand a chance. It's like Alt and Bogert. Those are the two players I can see really amounting to anything. When I say anything, I mean a professional career, USL. Most likely in USL.
Yep. So again, proving the point. Yeah, we can move on from this because I'm not losing any sleep. Whatever they want to fiddle fuck with there, they can just go ahead and fiddle fuck with it. I mean, the hypocrisy that people are bringing up is U.S. soccer want pro rel for college, but not for MLS. Well, college is college. MLS has got a lot of money and billionaire owners. I just think they're two different things. You're comparing otters to sharks. All right.
MLS and Apple TV dropped season pass requirements for playoff matches.
That's good, probably, but still shouldn't the playoff games be on actual television somewhere?
One would think. Yeah, so I mean, it's good in the sense that anybody wants to can watch. You'd still have to have the Apple TV app to watch them, but you wouldn't need the pass for it at least. But I know a lot of people have been posting this on Twitter and saying like, "Hey, do I get refunded for these matches?"
Yeah, I bought the
pass.
pass. I got the pass. My pass means nothing here in the playoffs now. It's not exclusive anymore. I don't care. I'd rather more people be able to watch, which is why I'm asking. Why isn't the playoffs going to be on fucking normal TV somewhere? ESPN, Fox, somewhere. But no, it won't be. That's still stupid. That's still really stupid. NFL is on outside. Oh, speaking of, the game tonight's on ESPN. NFL outside of Thursday night games is on television where people can watch it. Mass audiences can consume it and get really into the Colts or whatever local team. Nobody's can catch their local. Well, I know their local broadcasts, but yeah, this is not good. The casuals are not going to go out and get Apple TV so they can watch the playoffs. They're just not going to. So you guys can. That's a step forward, I suppose, but it's not a step forward enough. Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
I don't know. Maybe enough of. I mean, it's really short-term thought process, I guess. But maybe MLS execs were looking and saying, "Well, we're not really drawing in the casual viewer,
right?
To these games, we might as well get paid for these games." And but that's short-sighted thought process because you're never going to grow that way.
MLS finals will be on what, ABC? I don't
probably.
know.
Yeah, usually are.
But really, if you haven't been able to follow the MLS finals up until the semifinals, the quarter, up until the, what do you care at this point? What dog do you have in the fight? None. You haven't built it. So maybe you'll get a few casuals who are watching because there's nothing else on. But let's be honest, we're in the middle of fucking NFL season and college football. Yeah.
But Derek, I mean, you're still not going to get. Here's the issue with getting the casuals in that sense is that you're not going to pick up any randos that are going to. They're not going to stumble across the game.
No, they're not.
Because you'd have to actively go onto your smart device of some form, go to the Apple TV app, go to sports, and then find the game you want to watch.
Which not everyone has. So
you're not going to get any casuals that way. In fact, all you're going to do is allow the people who probably already had the pass the ability to watch it for free because they already have the pass. I don't know how this is going to improve anything.
I don't either. I don't know what the big deal is.
Aside from publicity that they can sit there and post it on ESPN, all these places. Hey, you go watch it free here.
Yep. Eldon's right. Apple TV deal was dumb because they have no other soccer, and it's more expensive than Paramount, Peacock, and ESPN on their own. It has no other soccer, no crossover eyeballs. I read that. I hope as passionately as you felt it, Eldon, because I think you're absolutely correct. Absolutely. What else we got, Brett?
Ben Kramashi took the Golden Boot.
Good for him.
The U20s. You know what, like 5 goals, 2 assists?
Yeah, most of them were against New Caledonia, but that's all right.
That's fair. Well, I mean, I guess there's only 2. Did he get his hat trick? I don't think he had his hat trick.
I don't think so. But, hey, Ben Kramashi, one of the more solid players on the team. It turns out Morocco won the whole thing, so we did lose to the eventual winner. But give me a good goalkeeper named Cochin, and I think we got a shot at actually winning versus Morocco, and we win the whole thing. Not that, as we pointed out last show, means dick. It still doesn't mean we're going to get anything but 2 or 3 at best players off of this team that ever contribute to the national team. Right.
And I'm not saying the occasional might pop up here and there type of thing, but a consistent player, yeah.
A consistent contributor to the U.S. men's national team. You're going to get 1, 2, 3. Best. 4 bonus. 4 is a bonus.
I mean, I feel like it's got to be a guarantee Ben's going to be one of those, right? Because he ends up falling into this massive category of great Golden Boot winners.
Oh, except for Ebenezer Asfua. I don't know who he is.
No, he's
Ebenezer,
right up. He's right up there with Holland. Look at that, nicely done.
Ebenezer Asafua.
Asafua you?
Asafua something.
Asafua me? Asafua you?
I love the name Ebenezer, though. I'm loving that. Nobody gets named Ebenezer anymore. All right. Anybody know what happened to Ebenezer?
Nice, look at that. Eddie Johnson was a Golden Boot winner, huh?
Yeah.
Well played.
All right.
It's promising things, Derek. Promising things.
I'd still like to know what happened with Ebenezer Asafua. I'm curious.
Ebenezer Asafua. Is Ghanaian, of course.
Yep. By the flag, obviously.
We knew that. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Let's pull that up and take a look. There he is. He's without a club, Derek. Since
Really?
25. The beginning of this year, he has no club.
Oh,
he is
my
32,
goodness.
though. He is 32.
Oh, well, then he's retired, right? Did he ever play for the Ghanaian national team? I bet a few times.
Once.
Once, okay. Not a few. Once.
Played once. I'm trying to see where.
It takes a while to load these days.
Yeah, look, I'm just going to go to all seasons. I'm looking at some of those teams right there. Yeah, oof.
Oof. Indeed. Yeah, all
League
seasons
2.
only gives you the leagues they play.
That's fine. We can look at the leagues he's playing in. League 2.
But the clubs are more telling, to be honest.
League
with
2.
You.
Well, I mean, if he's playing in League 2 his entire fucking career. Here we go. Swiss Cup. Let's see. Who the fuck's this?
Scion, I believe. Based on what I saw earlier.
Yep.
So, yeah. Okay. A very tiny career. But a career. A career, I suppose.
Well, I mean, he's had a long career. It's just long career in the Swiss League and then League 2.
Didn't play a lot. That's a lot of single digits.
I mean, that's like Swiss Cup and Promotion League. But like the actual Swiss League, he got 14 games there, but only less than 400 minutes.
His clubs are on the right side, by the way.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
There you go. Stats by club. Played a long time for Scion in Switzerland.
Yeah.
A long time. All right. Well, it's nice. Hey, dude made money playing soccer. Good for him. Probably not enough to pay for the rest of his life, but maybe it is.
But I guess the point being is that hey, let's hey, congratulations to Ben for winning the Golden Boot, whatnot.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's just a step in the right direction, and you amount to a lot. But as we just saw, it's possible that you don't amount to a whole lot of shit sometimes.
I think he's got potential. I mean, he's already in a decent Italian club. Let's see how much playing time he gets, and then we can go from there, right?
Yeah.
Where are they now?
Where are they now? You know what, Derek? I think. Here we go.
Where are they now? Where are they?
Man, it's been forever.
So loud. So if we could like turn that down a little, that would probably.
I can't do shit, dude. You're the one who created the video. I can't do anything to those things.
I know. My bad. All right. Where are they now?
Hey, I can't tell you the last time we did that, man. That's been over a year, I'd say. Over a year, at least.
Yeah. Guys that played big roles for our youth teams or had a cup of tea with the senior team that we haven't seen in a while. Okay.
Yeah.
Paxton Comical. Mostly injuries, but yes.
Is he still only 25 years old?
Could be.
Jesus Christ. He's been around forever, it seems like.
Well, and he's
when I say been around, I mean been injured in FC Dallas his entire life.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah. Totes.
Yep.
Conrad De La Fuente.
Can't get playing time.
Did he play a big role in our youth career, though?
Played a lot. Yeah.
For our youth teams?
Yeah. Yep. He did. Yep.
I don't recall.
Yep. He did. Now he's at Quetta, where he sits the bench. Lenez, 24. Done. Over and out. Finito.
How could you not? How could you make it to Wolfsburg and then literally just come back and flame out and not have a club at all? Because you came back, you played for the Rowdies, right, for a spell.
Mm,
How was that possible?
it's possible because he was never really what we thought he was. He was technically gifted, and the rest
Nope.
not.
Sorry, Mendez is the one that's at Rowdies.
That's right. Again, another player, technically gifted, nothing else going on there. You got to have more. You got to have more than that.
Man, I forgot the youth guy on Twitter, Marcus. What's his face? Search for the CH.
Charisse.
Whatever. Yeah, he posted an article recently where he basically talked about how we're never going to amount to much if we keep calling in youth players like the U15, U17 levels that are technically gifted but athletically inept.
Correct. They got to have it. Like nowadays, almost all the players are not just technically gifted. You got that. But they're also athletic monsters. You got to have both. You cannot be a technically gifted player, but a physical midget. You can't do it. You've got to have a massive soccer IQ to go along with it. If you're going to be physically limited, you're going to have the kind of soccer IQ that can, well, AKA Messi, that can get you through those squirrely moments. You just know where to be on the pitch at all moments. You know what you can get away with. You know how to use your body. And that's what a lot of players lack that come, like we talk about Mendez and who was the other guy we just said didn't have it? Lannis. Not really good with body positioning. Pretty good technically with their feet, but not holding off players or bigger players, more physical players who just kick their ass all over the pitch on a regular. It's not going to work.
Says in the same way there's a technical minimum, there's also an athletic minimum.
Absolutely.
Yep. John says that Messi's a good athlete. It's a bad comparison. I think you're just referring to his size more so than anything, right?
Yeah, I'm saying he's a great athlete, actually. Physically, he's small, but he's also got a massive soccer IQ, but he's also a pretty good athlete. I mean, he gets places. Not only is he technically good, but he's not slow. He's not a slow player necessarily. He was quick. You got to have quick. You got to have quick or fast. You got to have one or both would be great, but quick's good or fast is good. You got to have a good IQ, but you can't be athletic, nitwit. It's just not fair, but yeah, you can't be an athletic nitwit, or you can't just be an athletic guy, but not a technical guy. Most of the great players now, or the good players playing in the top 5 leagues, have both. They're physically gifted. They're also technically gifted, or at least a blend of the two to some degree. Chris Gloucester, 25 years old, playing for New Mexico United. I never thought Chris Gloucester had any hope of becoming anything that special. I never thought that Bello did either. And I said so at the time. Matthew Hoppe, he did start, by the way, for Sander Jiski this weekend. How'd he do? I don't know. We'll have to go look at that. It did.
It's a weird thing to see the mustache coming back in.
But he did start. He has earned a starting spot. He's probably done too. Owen Odawasi was much more worried about his modeling career.
He is currently a model.
Yeah, right. To what extent?
There's a big one.
Immaturity.
Are we talking about Andrew now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just an immature person. Never kind of figured out. Still blames everybody else for his career, not himself.
Yeah. Claims getting politically canceled is the cause of his fall in his career.
Nobody gives a fuck who you voted for. If you're playing on a club, all they want to know is, can you play? Taylor Booth's career is not over. Can we not sign that death knell yet?
Yeah, we'll have to see how he does at Twente.
But that's injuries. He's been riddled with them. Soto.
Absolutely riddled. Yep.
Injuries.
Just failure to play in general, though, besides his injury, though.
No, but he's been injured for like 4 years straight. Back. It's a bad back. I read an article about him, and it was bad. It's bad. His back is bad. Yeah. No, I wouldn't.
That's weird to throw him in right now.
Yeah, he's not done yet.
Yeah.
But he's not a starter at Westerlo anymore. He lost his starting spot. So you could, I guess, if you want to. Paredes, that's all injuries. It's all injuries.
Yeah, but when's the injury going to end, though?
Oh, that's a good question. But you can at least say, okay, it's either injuries or he sucks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or let's not judge yet. Injuries playing a significant role is something you can just say it was injuries. Okay. Caden Clark, never going to get back to the U.S. men's national team, but we warned you. Don't get too jizzed up about Caden Clark.
You could get a Camp Cupcake call up, I guess, at some point.
He could.
You never know what will happen with those Camp Cupcakes.
Cade Cowell doesn't even dress for fucking Chivas anymore, and he's not injured. You tell me. Didn't this weekend. Brian Reynolds is just a really solid pro. He's a solid pro. He starts every game for Westerlo. Does he blow anybody's balls off or their dick off in Europe where he's sniffing another higher? No, he's not. And he's not going anywhere. I don't care about all those stupid fucking rumors. They're all bullshit. And we told you they were bullshit when they came out. Reynolds ain't going anywhere that special anytime soon. Eric Palmer Brown lost his starting, hasn't played for 3 games in a row. I think it's 2, could be 3 for Panathinaikos and
Did he not
Greece.
play this weekend?
No,
yeah, Larry got on your case because you were saying like, oh, he lost his starting spot, but it was only 1 match after 3 straight back-to-back matches.
Well, make it 2, Larry. Make it 2. All right. Didn't play this weekend. Was in the bench, was on the bench, interest. Didn't play. Justin Che, completely don't. That's just done. He's done.
Yeah.
He could be a good USL pro, MSL, MLS player, but he's done. Tyler Boyd, come on.
He didn't play in our youth teams at all, actually, did he?
He didn't, no.
Yeah, I don't know why he's getting brought up here.
Yeah, that's not proper. We stole him from New Zealand, and then we were like, yeah, you're really not that good enough. Sorry, buddy. Dwayne Holmes.
In this
We're going to have 30-year-old players here. Dwayne Holmes was never really that great. He was good. Julian Green, again, became a solid pro for 2 Bundesliga. Never good enough to really play for us. Andrei Novakovic, again, never really ever in Serie B did enough to attract any more attention from us.
You'd see him play. It'd be like 70 minutes, 30 minutes, 90 minutes, but there'd be no goals following that.
No. He had 1 good season there. Gomez, done. You can if you don't want to believe me, that's fine. If you have belief in Gomez, you just go have it. He's done. He's 22 years old. He's not 21. He's not 20. He's not 19 or 18 or even 17. He is who he is. A Segunda Division player. He might get better soccer IQ going forward or gain wisdom and be good enough to play for a lower level Spanish team someday. But if you'll be lucky, he can come back to MLS and get a regular job there. Not us, other people jizzed all over this guy way too early. Before he was even 18, there was jizz flying all over the room for this guy. That's disgusting. Stop doing this to kids. Stop jumping the gun. Stop thinking you know something. All the rest of us don't because we're stupid. None of you have the projection or power of Nostradamus. Not even Nostradamus actually had the power of that kind of projection going forward. So, yeah, are we really shocked that Gomez is 22 years old and playing for Albacete? I don't think so. I'm not shocked. Why? Because 99% of these guys don't turn out. That's why. It's nothing personal against Jonathan Gomez. It's just what happens. That's what happens. Most guys don't work out. Get over yourselves. If you were personally invested in any of the players we've gone through, I'm sorry. We've told you over and over on this show, don't get personally invested in any players. I fucking know the Hoppy. Anyway, I'm not personally invested in Matthew Hoppy. Maybe I should be, but I'm not because I know better. I've known some of the players that have failed in the past. I've had personal relationships with them. I've stayed in contact with players like Lewis Gill on a one-on-one basis. But I never, ever got personally invested in them. I was smart enough to know they were probably not going to work out. That's what you guys got to do too. Instead of pumping up all these guys and then being really disappointed when they don't work out. And then we have these stupid defenders. Oh, I told you he wasn't going to work out. Well, man, it's just because of this and this. They don't care about him, and they're not interested in calling him up. They're not interested in calling up Jonathan Gomez because he plays for a Segunda B team. A Segunda team. Okay? That's why he's not going to get a call up. No matter how invested you were in him. Are there more? Of course there are more. No, Dwan Jones. You can't put Dwan Jones in this group. He has a really good MLS career.
I think that's everybody.
And although he may never contribute to the U.S. men's national team again, he's a solid fucking pro player. Solid. Much more solid than Jonathan Gomez may ever be in MLS. Just saying. Just saying. I wouldn't put Dwan Jones in that group. He's a solid pro. He's got he's already what, 26, 27? What did it say?
Dwan Jones?
Yes.
6?
28?
Either way. It tells immediately. Dwan Jones.
Yes, Yahir Vasquez Jones never did test himself, but there is no evidence that Dwan Jones ever had an opportunity to test himself. There were no offers. And if there were offers that you read about on X, I wouldn't take those very seriously because 99% of those are bullshit too. They're bullshit. They're not real. So the idea that a lot of these guys had this opportunity to go somewhere because there were rumors that some team was ogling them, fuck that. Just telling you, don't buy any of the shit on X. 99% of those rumor mill bullshit things are exactly that. Bullshit. Don't buy them. On this show, we regularly go through the transfer rumors and we regularly tell you which ones are complete fucking horseshit. And we've been correct 100% of the time. 100% of the time. All right.
Even Ferrer was shocked by the
Napoli. Yeah, that was hilarious. And even he had to come out, Ferrer, when his agent put that out, I think a couple days later, and say, that was all horseshit. There was never any rumors I was going to Napoli. Yeah, even he was embarrassed by his agent. These agents do horrible things to these kids. Why do we write off 20, 22-year-olds? Because 95% of them are who they are by the age of 22. They are who they are. The only way they're going to improve as pros by that point is to get a higher soccer IQ or more wisdom as a player. That might be able to bump you up into a lower league, La Liga team. But Jonathan Gomez at 22 is who he is. He's not 17. You are done at a certain point, and Brett can back me up on this, unless you are what's called a rare late bloomer.
Very rare. Yeah.
You are a grown man by 20 years old, 19 years old, 20 years old. You are a grown fucking man. At 22, you are definitely a grown-ass man, and you definitely already know what kind of player you are and what you can accomplish. You're not going to drastically get better technically at that point or skill-wise. You're not. You might get better IQ. You might gain some wisdom, but you're generally going to be the player that you are. There's not much more you can do by 22. Like, I don't know what anybody thinks about this. that hasn't actually played the game. But most of the guys that people are signing that are young in their 17, 18, they're already stars by 17, 18, 20, 20's late. They already know who the stars are, and even those don't work out sometime. Yes, are there late bloomers? Occasionally there are. There are, but there ain't a lot of them. Not a lot of them. Not a lot of guys show up at 24 and are suddenly a goddamn rising star. It's rare when it happens, and I love when it does, but it's not normal. It's just not normal. So Tanner Tessman, how old is Tanner Tessman? Tanner Tessman's been playing pretty goddamn well wherever he's gone and slowly climbed the ladder every step of the way. I wouldn't call him a late bloomer, although you could. You could, I suppose, put him into the lightweight version of late bloomer, but not really a late bloomer.
And Boomer says Reem made an impact way past 23. But we knew who Reem was.
We already knew who he was.
Yes. We knew exactly who he was when he played for the Red Bulls. Only difference between Reem at 22, 23 and Reem now is his IQ got better.
Yes.
His ability on the ball didn't change because he was still lacing balls back in those Red Bull days.
He has the same skills today that he had when he was 23 at the Red Bulls. The only difference is he's slower and he's smarter and wiser. He is slower. He's less maneuverable than he was when he was with the Red Bulls, but he's smarter. And boy, has he got a soccer IQ going through the roof. So 22 isn't old. Fumar, go ahead and believe that all you want. But we've been watching this game for a long time. And if you don't want to trust us on this, don't. But 22 is a done-made player. It's a done-made player outside of wisdom and IQ, soccer IQ. You're a done player for the most part, unless you become the very rare late bloomer, which has happened. So if you don't want to give up on Mr. Gomez, fine. I'm not telling you to give up on him. I'm just telling you what reality, the percentages and the numbers games tells you. So let me ask you this. If 4 years from now we're still doing this show, are you going to come back here and admit I was right? Because I hope you do. Because we haven't got a single fucking player wrong yet. I can't even think of one that we've written off that's still contributing to the U.S. men's national team in any way. And I'm just telling you, we've been around this thing. We've watched the Sal Zizus, as Daniel says, and the Daniel Zalettas. That's misspelled, Daniel, but thank you. We've watched all these guys fizzle out who were deemed superstars. So, I don't know. All right. Derek, you won't be here in 5 years because it'll be like dog years, I guess. I don't know. We've been doing this show for a while since our comeback now. So we got a track record. Go check us out. But yeah, Joseph Guy, another great one. Yeah, a lot of guys that everybody's like, oh, he's only 21. Oh, he's only 22. Well, nothing happened with those guys. They fizzled. All right. So anyhow, it is what it is, Brett. Sorry. I got to go pee. Can you hold this down?
Go for it. Yeah. This is Jogo's resume this season alone. Started off strong, but then just seemed to start fizzling out a little more and more. I don't know if there's a reason behind that. Again, I don't follow him at that point. And we're not saying that Jogo couldn't step it up and be a contender for a La Liga team at some point. But I mean, here's the thing. I mean, there are people that were second guessing Luca De La Torre, who's playing for a mid-table La Liga team at one point. As far as where Clinton Dempsey was at 22, I believe he was probably just out of college and into MLS at that point, playing for New England. But I mean, he still had the skill sets there. And yes, you can sharpen them, you can hone them a little bit more, but the skill sets are something. If you don't have him at that age, you're rarely going to pick him up to any form of fluency. At least not at that competitive a level. We could be wrong.
Oh, I'm back.
Okay.
All right.
So
no, by your logic, Deuce was washed. No, that's what. What are you not understanding about this, Fumar? We love you, brother, but you're not connecting some dots here. What kind of MLS career did Jonathan Gomez have before going to Europe? Here's what kind of career he's had before he went to Europe. Nothing. Zip. What was Deuce when he was playing in MLS?
Well,
one of the best players in MLS.
To his point, he's saying where was Deuce at the age of 22? And at 22, he was just getting out of college, maybe 1 year already into.
He was
MLS
a good player. He was already a good player. All those things were already built. And he went immediately to MLS and did what? Became a starter. And what did he do? Immediately played for the national team. And then what did he do? Went to Fulham. All his thing was this direction. Up. Up. What is Jonathan Gomez's direction since he went to Europe? Down. Not play. Not be recognized. No one cares about him. He's been loaned out. Nobody thinks he's a superstar. Nobody thinks he's going to amount to that much. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. Do not compare Jonathan Gomez with Clint Dempsey. Sorry. Clint Dempsey's career only went one direction. Upwards. That's it. There were no backwards turns. There was no, and it was a different time, by the way. Now every fucking team in Europe wants an American on their team. Back then when Clint did it, that was a very picky thing, right? So he was able to earn his way onto Fulham and earn his starting spot and continue to get better and better and better. Not specifically as a player. In fact, he got slower later in his career, but he was a higher IQ player, so that can improve. As I said before, that can still get better. He did become smarter. He did become wiser. I'm not saying Jonathan Gomez can't do that either. He can. What am I missing?
You're a little too stuck on the whole 22 aspect of this situation.
Oh, for sure.
Because I'm not dying on the Jogo Hill. Well, you keep bringing it up, and you kind of are.
Yes.
But that's cool. We all die on some hill.
Yeah, you can die on. I died on the fucking slalom hill.
Yeah.
If you want to die on the Jogo Hill, you can die on that. I died on slalom hill, and I was done after that. I'm not willing to die on any more hills after that.
He's okay. We're not looking at all 22-year-olds and saying they're washed up if they're not until. He's referring to a single player who went to Greece, didn't play, went to La Liga 2, started the first two games as a starter, but has ultimately lost his starting role there.
Yes.
I mean, could he amount to something? Sure. It's possible. Anything's possible. It's highly, highly unlikely. The numbers are not in his favor.
Nope.
And he could still be a decent professional playing in La Liga 2, make his move over to MLS, be a professional player there too. But the whole point is that they're not. It's very, 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 very unlikely that he's going to be a contender for the U.S. men's national team, is what he's saying.
No one is saying there is no such thing as a late bloomer, Greg Terholder. And no one is saying that your career has to just go up and up and up and up. But Wright was never a bust. He was just a bust at Schalke. Schalke at the time had pretty fucking high standards. You guys got to put this in some sort of context. Like, we all live in a contextual world, right? So let's not make arguments without context. Is just not something we're going to do here because it doesn't make any sense. But if you want to keep pumping up players one by one, yes, of course there are fucking late bloomers. I've already said there are, but they're a small group of players. And it gets you, I'm going to tell you this, Jonathan Gomez ain't going to be one of them. He ain't going to be one of them.
Well, this takes us back to the whole U20, U17 talking points where we're like, oh, it's great. You know, the U.S. made it to the quarterfinals again. God, if we just would have been able to beat Morocco, who knows? It could have been the sky's limit at that point. But again, you're looking at 2, maybe 3 players of that entire squad that's going to be a consistent contender, most likely, to some degree.
Jackie D
So
saying
how many 22-year-olds are there out in the world that were highly touted that fizzled out? The numbers aren't in his favor. That's all we're saying.
Schalke was already falling off. Schalke may have been falling off, but he was a young man then, all right? And he went and did some – he's not even a late bloomer. He was already good in Turkey and then good in the championship. He's not a late bloomer. He's just not. He's not even a classical late bloomer, right? But if you want to continue to feel the way you do about Jonathan Gomez, if that's going to be the one you want to fall, you can go ahead and do that. Go ahead. That's fine. I don't care. I just think he's done. Personal opinion. Brett might not think he's done. I do. Just me. Blame it on me. Blame it on me. I have no
opinion on his talent at all because I've been waiting for him to actually do something.
Well, you'll be waiting for a while. By the way, when he failed right at Schalke, okay, which is in German, failed in Greece. Just saying. Two different things. All right, we're having this great argument tonight. I'm having a great time with it. I am getting a little annoyed by it, but I'm all right. I'm okay. You guys are crazy sometimes. All right, what are we doing next?
I guess I'm just going to lean into our track record and point out a player that we've said that is gone.
Yeah,
it isn't.
Again, I agree with you, Brett. Like if we've called and like we've basically said this player's probably done. We usually use the word probably, and we did when we started off with Gomez. He's probably done, right? I mean, what have they been done? Well, they've been done.
And again, saying Jonathan Gomez is done means he's probably done as U.S. men's national team contender.
Yes.
We're not saying that he might not get promoted up to La Liga or whatever get picked up by another team that gets promoted, and all of a sudden he's playing in La Liga. It's always possible. It's also very possible he's going to get relegated at that point again.
He could have a great career in MLS someday down the road. Absolutely. He could have a solid career. Bello could come back to MLS and have a solid career in MLS. He will never contribute to the U.S. men's national team ever again in any significant way. Ever. Regardless of how much you like to jerk off to him, it doesn't matter. His time is over.
Wasn't he even underwhelming at the U20s, if I recall correctly?
Yes. And he played well this weekend in Austria.
Oh, sorry. I was still on Jogo at that point.
Oh, Jogo? Yeah. But Bello played well this weekend.
Yeah.
But so did another player nobody knows about. Adinarin scored a goal and played really well for Lask this weekend. Nobody talks about him. We're still jerking off to Bello, apparently. All right. Well,
I think the only person jerking off the Bello is Larry.
I know.
And Larry, I only say that because you've been very defensive towards Bello over the year.
You have. You've
been team Bello.
I think that Larry, to his own detriment, has pretty much carried the Bello, like the cup, the sack of Bello with water in it. So it is over. It is over. I'm telling you it's over. Brett's not going to commit that. I'm saying it's over.
No, we just talking about Bello again, though. Larry, when was the last time he's even been sniffed at the 60-man roster?
None.
I'm sorry to say, but even though he's playing in Europe, yes. Playing in Europa, yes.
He's playing in Kyrgyzstan. Austria.
Will he, in fact, play for the U.S. men's national team at some point? It's possible to get a solo call up here or there, maybe. I don't know, but doubtful.
All right. I'm having a good time. That's all I care about. Thank you all for making me have a good time tonight, because I thought tonight's show would be void of anything. This has been good. Okay. You know what I've learned about you guys, mostly not all of you, but you guys are very optimistic. And that's good. You continue to do that. But I'm just here to check you into reality on occasion about certain players. And if I'm wrong, I will come on this show and I will eat fucking crow. Trust me. I am willing to eat crow on Conrad. I'm willing to eat crow on Bello. I'm willing to eat crow. I will eat crow about any player I was wrong about. Haji was not washed up at 22. No, incorrect. Haji was not a failure. Again, incorrect. You're just not understanding the context of where he was at the time. And that's fine. I'm not going to argue about that anymore.
Let's see here. He's 20. I'm just looking at Haji. Where was that? 27. He's 27 years old right now. So what he was in the Danish league at the time. Scoring goals still.
Yep. Never washed up.
And he got loaned off to Turkey.
Yep. Never washed up. Never
Scoring
washed up. Never.
In fact, his only time that wasn't successful, quite frankly, was with Schalke.
That was it.
The whatever Dutch team this is, Venlo.
Yep.
Venlo?
Yep.
The rest of the time he's been scoring goals everywhere he goes.
He was never that washed up. And by the way, he plays in a position where there's a lot of forgiveness going on right now. A lot of forgiveness. Because center forward, ouch. So you guys let me know when Jogo hits the championship, becomes a regular starter and scorer and contributor to Coventry City. And then we can talk. But no, he was never washed up. Absolutely incorrect. He's on Medicare.
Practically an old man at this point.
Old man.
Old man Haji.
Larry, we are only here to do that. You're pissing Larry. Pissing off Larry. All right. Don't ever fucking do that again, said Landon Donovan. He has an advice for Pulisic using his own experience against Nat Borchers to show how to deal with aggressive defenders. I learned this over time. I hope Christian gets there too, Donovan said. That's way too low. The faster you get up, the better message it sends to the guy you smash.
That's like monotoned enough.
Yeah. You get up and you go, yeah, good one, mate. Like, good try. You tried, and I'm good. Sometimes you can't. You're injured. But the faster you can get up, the better. 2, when you start giving it back, it stops fast. Let me tell you a story. We used to play Salt Lake all the time, and there was a center back named Nat Borchers. Whenever
I just love he's like, get up faster. You got to get up faster, and when you start giving it back, it stops fast. I mean, is he talking about soccer still?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's like he's talking about extracurricular activities in the bed.
Whenever we had the ball, I'd start making a run, and he would literally just check me through the chest, just smash me. There was no VAR at the time, and he knew he was going to get away with it. The ref was looking the other way. He must have done it 12 times over 2 or 3 games, and frankly, my asshole was starting to get sore. So finally,
gaping.
Yes, gaping? Did you say gaping?
I think he said gaping somewhere in there.
Oh, my God. So finally, I told the ref that he's doing this every time, bending me over, porking me on the field. He said, I can't see it, Landon. What do you want me to do? And I said, okay, this is what I want you to do. I'm going to totally smash his ass next time, and you're not going to give me a yellow card. So I'll never forget this. Salt Lake takes the ball down the left side. He takes a touch wide. He's going to hit a long ball. I just ran and bang, straight in the asshole, straight through him. Leg, hip, shoulder, anus, straight through him.
Knees and toes.
I hit that anus hard. Like I can just hear thump. He fell, and his look in his eye was like a wounded deer. I was like, don't ever fucking do that again. That was it. He was done. He could have beaten the crap out of me. He's like twice my size. But I was like, I'm not taking this anymore. He stopped and never did it again. There you go. That's how you do it, Pulisic. That's how you do it, baby.
Where's Winalda's comment? He says something about this.
Yeah, it was weird.
There it goes. And I thought this story was going to be about toupees after the headline. Or was it the hairline? Who cares? I think the message came from the league office, passed down to the coach, to the player. Don't hit our superstar. That's how the story really ended.
Why do these guys just don't like each other? Well, then you could say, well, why doesn't he not get along with Herc either? Or why doesn't he get along with this guy or that guy? Eric, why are we the only people you get along with? Come on, man.
We're lovely people, Derek. What can I say? But no, there's definitely some truth behind that in the sense that
that is true. Yeah,
the many a call goes in favor of the league superstars for certain.
Yep.
So,
all right, there's that.
So, Landon with some good advice to Pulisic. Hey, start clobbering back. Because I got to say, there's going to be a difference. And I think Frank or somebody posted it on here, but there's a bit of a difference between doing that to a center back defender in MLS, especially a U.S. men's national team defender, and then doing it to a defender in Italy.
Yeah.
Big difference. It's a big difference.
Because they will figure out a way later to hit you in your little nutsack when no one's looking. Yep. They'll fucking Matt Miazga you when no one's looking. And back in the day, without instant replay, you could get away with Matt Miazgaing some dudes. I mean, I didn't do it, but we've heard stories about center backs that would Matt Miazga your nutsack when you weren't looking. All right. U.S. men's national team culture building. Poach says culture over tactics, but Greg would say the same. They both focused on culture. Greg preferred a player-constructed culture built by them with his guidance. Poach demands adherence to a culture that he constructs. So can we stop talking about culture and talking about what kind of culture we're talking about here? Because they're two different things. Very different things. But they're both culture. Greg wanted to build a professional learning community. And Poach wants a culture where he is king. And you will kiss his ass and his shoes.
I think I posted my post about this where I basically stated that Berhalter is your buddy guidance counselor and Poach is your parole officer.
It's pretty good.
They both have a different way of approaching things, but there's always culture, guys. There's always going to be some aspect of culture. Just one's going to be a little more lighthearted, I don't want to say less serious by any means, but just lighter. Whereas Poach is like, this is the national team. We're here to play for the badge. You bust your ass every single minute.
I think there's somewhere in between these two that works. I don't.
100%. I think that's where the culture needs to be.
Yeah, I don't think you let the players run.
It needs to be accountability, but also not a drill camp.
Yeah, but you don't want Hitler running your team too. Oh shit, that's a word you can't use. God damn it.
I feel like we're an hour and a half in. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah. I mean, you want somewhere in between. So, but both of it's culture. So, I mean, I guess the main point is Poach is shitting on Greg's culture, Yeah,
because they're playing like African dogs.
But it is a culture. He's basically saying there was no culture, which is incorrect. There was a culture.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one you don't approve of. That's all. So just trying to clear that up. That's all.
Man, our U.S. men's national team players just can't stay healthy, can they?
Oh, it's so frustrating.
Tillman's out for through the next international break. Well, he suffered during the international break, but he's out for what, 2 weeks?
What are we doing?
Pulisic's being reported that he's out probably through the next international break.
What are we doing at our national team? That every time the national team ends, there's like 2 guys injured, 3.
I don't know. I feel like there. I mean, who was talking about it? It may have been Tessman. No. It was one guy that played in France, but we watched his YouTube video about the things wrong about U.S. soccer.
Oh yeah. I forgot his name.
And he was talking about how, like, by the time he got to Europe, you got to Europe and you thought that he was going to be like, pretty ready for this, but then a day in, day out, he wasn't ready for the physical beatings of it all.
Doesn't seem to work for Tillman, though.
No, that argument can't be, because he lived his entire life there.
Yeah. So I don't know. Bad luck.
But I mean,
bad luck for Jedi. Bad luck for Tillman. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hell, let's just go through the list on that. Richie Ledesma had injuries forever. Taylor Booth is constantly injured.
Dest was injured forever. Adams was injured forever for a while.
Yeah. Don't forget Bacon. Bacon was always injured too. I mean, it's what is it? Do other countries endure this?
I don't know. I went through the German lineup, and it just wasn't this bad. Honestly, never has been, from what I can remember going through the German national team. So, yeah.
So, I don't know. It's weird.
Yep.
All right, next one. I got to share audio. All right. On State of the Union podcast, Doug McIntyre talks about Weston McKennie.
Well,
the idea that Weston McKennie's not going to start at the World Cup is crazy to me. I mean, this guy, for my money, with all respect to guys like Tab Ramos and Michael Bradley, is the best midfielder this country's ever produced. I think when you watch him.
Real quickly, I do want to say, I feel like Doug could, invest in a portable microphone rather than utilizing his laptop mic. I'm not sure if that's what he's using right now, but it just sounds like he's in an echo chamber, and the microphone's this little tiny thing over here,
Yep. No, I agree. That's some heavy comparisons he's making there, though.
He's the best midfielder we've ever produced.
Okay.
Play in the Champions League for Juventus. I watch him every single week for Juventus and have for the last 5 years. He is a phenomenal player when he's locked in, and making sure he's
locked in.
That's very key.
That's the issue, because when you looked at Michael Bradley and you looked at Tab, you knew what player you were going to get week in week, or not week in week out, but every international break.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just those two. It's like Claudio Reyna's being left off this list. But when he was healthy, he was absolutely a starter wherever he went, in Germany, England.
Kobe said he recorded this audio with a Nokia.
Yeah. Bradley at Chievo. I know Larry's talking about Roma. I guess you can only focus on the negatives. Wasn't that bad at Roma?
He played at Roma. He wasn't that bad.
Yep. But he was.
The only bad you could say is his time at Aston Villa.
I mean, he was fabulous at Chievo. He was fabulous at Gladbach for a couple seasons. He was really good at Heerenveen. This idea that Weston McKennie's the best thing sliced bread is fine. I don't mind it. I just need to see something more than a role player for Juventus going forward. And this weekend, he's off the bench again.
You can't ask that question later. What was Chievo's best finish? I mean, it's Chievo. It's Chievo.
They were the worst team in the fucking league. And he was the best player on that team. And if they didn't have Michael Bradley, who all the other clubs referred to as the general at the time, Chievo would have fucking been relegated. So it's not fair. It's not fair. Cable were supposed to be garbage, and they weren't because of one player who, if you were around back then and watched those games, you'd be pretty impressed by Michael Bradley, frankly. He was great. That was a great season by Michael Bradley. Eldon Hashik says for $5, thank you, my brother. Injuries happen to other countries too, but it's less noticeable for countries with bigger pools. That's totally true. Germans don't miss Götze because they got Wirtz. That's true. This is true. But if you do go down the list, it does seem like our players are injured a whole lot more here and there. I don't know. I mean, it could be we're over-focused on the U.S. men's national team, but I have looked around, right?
Yeah.
Bradley washed out at the Bundesliga.
He's been asking where did Kievo play his best placing with Bradley, which was only like 1 year, first off.
Right.
And they finished 10th.
Yeah. They were great, and they wouldn't have been without him. That's why Roma went and got him. They're like, this guy's really good. And he didn't wash out of the Bundesliga. It's not true. The only thing that I would say was really bad about Michael Bradley, which wasn't all his fault, was his time at Aston Villa.
Yeah.
He got there, he got a game, they never played him much again, ever again. So, all right, we're just going to disagree with Michael Bradley, so we'll move on there.
West's worst finish. I mean, where was Schalke when he left?
Who fucking cares about the team?
I'm just saying.
We're talking about Wes's general performances for Juventus. And I got to say, he went from a guy that contributed goals to not being a guy you ever expect to contribute goals. I like Weston McKennie, but we'll see what happens. I don't always know what I'm going to get from Weston McKennie when he shows up to camp. Right? More recently, he's been fit and ready to go.
I think he's got his head on the right swivel at this point. At Juve, I mean, he went from a player who was aggressively pushing up, getting in the box, finishing goals occasionally, but also just being dangerous in that sense, to being more of a role player who creates opportunities. He lays his 40-yard change of play balls. He's pretty consistent now. He's just not consistently scoring goals or assisting either. So.
Or playing.
Although he was their leading assister. Was last year or the year before?
I think he got 15 minutes this weekend. So
yeah, but no. I mean, I'm not making the argument that either Bradley or West were trash because neither of them were.
They're not. They're both great players.
Yeah.
So it's just this idea that Bradley was shit, which is not true. Like, people don't know. They only remember the late Bradley because that's when a lot of people started watching the U.S. men's national team. Well, that's not the Bradley we had for years, and it's certainly not the Bradley at Mönchengladbach and here in Wien and Kievo. It's just not. That was a great player. All right. What else we got?
We'll just finish this
locked
here.
in, I think, is the key. He will be for the World Cup. I think he did get the message from Pochettino.
He's going to be a lock starter for the World Cup.
He talked this week about how he's on a diet.
I don't know if there's that many people that are really arguing against that.
Slimmed down. He knows he can't give anything less than his best. He can't be anything less than the best version of himself if he wants to play.
Minus the comparison. I mean, I don't know. You can make that argument, I guess. But, I mean, I really think that when we have in shape and form Weston on our starting 11, we are ever more dangerous with him.
Was Bradley ever hyped as a god? That's what Larry says.
Man, I spent the better part of the early part
of his career he wasn't
defending him. Oh my god! Oh my
god!
No,
he was totally trash.
Nonstop. What are you talking about, Larry? You must have missed out on the big soccer days.
Oh, he must have.
He was getting flamed hardcore nonstop.
Yeah.
Nepo. I'm like, what? Name a
yeah, he was never a god. Never hyped as a god. He was always a Nepo baby. No, you're totally wrong, dude. You weren't around for it, apparently.
All I've heard was Bradley hate. Yeah, I mean, he was kept under a microscope for any and all faults.
Yep.
100%. There was a huge chunk of the fan base that was looking for a reason to shit can him off the pitch.
He was trash after 2015. Yeah. Well, things started to drop off pretty.
He was in MLS and
he came to MLS
for a bit. Yeah, no, 100%. I make that argument all the time, Larry.
We said it at the time. Brett said it all the time. Bradley came back to MLS and he dropped off the fucking cliff. Yeah. Absolutely, he did. Yep.
Okay. Well, let's
trash compared to JJ. Well, JJ came back to MLS and it didn't affect him at all. That's a whole different thing. JJ was just a fucking rock star, period.
I think Dempsey fell into the same category as JJ in that sense, too.
Dempsey didn't drop off.
Perfectly fine. Didn't drop off, yeah. I mean, age got the better of Dempsey in the end, but
eventually. And
he was still influential for Seattle, scoring goals.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it doesn't happen to everybody, and that's why when we make these statements, it's not a blanket statement across the board for everyone, but it's pretty damning otherwise.
Right. All right.
Okay.
Even flow, float around like butterflies.
So the big topic of the day is super sensitive U.S. soccer, whether it's coaches, whether it's executives, whether it's journalists or fan base. It's just a lot of sensitivity going about.
U.S. soccer, MLS, just a lot of fucking sensitivity. How many guys have we already known banned or had to quit or had to go on to another job because the questions they asked were too harsh, whatever the fuck that means. We got a lot of sensitivity going on in our country. That needs to end.
We're not sensitive, Larry. We are correcting the narrative. That's all.
Yeah. No, we got nothing invested in Bradley. Like, neither of us fucked him up the ass or had a fucking relationship with him. We could care less. We're just trying to tell the correct narrative or give the correct story of Bradley's career. You are just simply trying to fuck him in the ass. And that's fine if you want to do that. But we're just trying to say, hey, it wasn't all stinky poops and leaky fucking bladders. There was some good stuff that happened in Bradley's career. All right.
So, Chris Armas made the headlines, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Colorado flamed out, in a 90th minute goal. They would have ended up making the playoffs, but then they let in a late goal and ended up missing out on the playoffs.
And that hurt.
So, I guess a lifelong friend of Armas's asked a hard question.
I don't think they're lifelong friends.
No, I don't think so at all.
I know people who know this guy. He's a good journalist. In fact, I think they've done the best coverage of the team itself. And he was just kind of trying to sum up the season. And I don't think Armas liked his summary.
Yeah, let's hear this. And then we got a couple other pundits chiming in on it. And then we got news and an update. We won't get into that just yet. So if you heard about the update, Derek, do not talk about it until we get to it.
Okay. No sound.
Mother. Well, I mean, you can barely hear him. So
Mother Flugger.
Mother. Here we go. Let's try this now.
Matt Pollard, Burgundy Wave. Chris, now with the season over and the team not making the playoffs, you've been generally positive.
Matt, we didn't make the playoffs.
It's Matt Pollard.
Colorado Rapids missed the playoffs, yes.
Yeah, thank you. Always good you remind me of this stuff.
He's already defensive.
Yeah, what you got?
With the season.
Well, yeah, he goes into it talking about everything you post is negative, so I'm not sure you're going to spin this and everything. So he's already human about the game, and he's talking to a guy who he thinks is pretty negative about him and the team for however many, probably his entire tenure at Colorado at this point.
Yep.
Jeremiah, it's tough because the volume is turned up all the way, but this audio is just garbage.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Brett, you sounded like Danzig there for a second. Mother!
Okay. I was trying to figure out where you're going with that.
Yeah, Danzig.
An ending, and now knowing the conclusion of that, where do you think this leaves in terms of your tenure with the club and possibly coming back?
So basically, the question was, hey, this season didn't turn out the way you expected it to. Now that the season is over,
You didn't make
what are
the
the odds of you return?
playoffs. Yeah.
So
he did say, and you didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure what you're going to put out there, Matt, because it's always from you guys and what your outlet. It's always negative.
No,
it's always
not.
poking holes in the team. It's attacking the coaching. I'm not sure where you're going to go with what you do. You do what you do, and not sure many people read it, but.
Ooh, no one reads it either.
You're a big fat nobody, is what he just said.
You're a big fat nobody, but I read it, and when I read it, it's always negative. Come on.
Well, I mean, what was his record? Was like it was like something like 68, 43, and 73 or something like that.
Yes.
I mean, nothing to write home to there, Chris.
No.
I don't appreciate all the negativity you've given us.
I don't care.
Oh, what a fuck!
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's. I'm sure all the coaches and players are expecting some degree of whether it's disrespect they feel or just over criticism. But I mean, even if you feel like it's getting piled on, just suck it up. I mean, I mean, I understand we're all human. We're gonna have blowouts like this. But I'm sorry you don't appreciate the criticism.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been just like, yeah, we didn't. It wasn't great. We're gonna see where we can go from here. I hope I'm part of that resurgence. But yeah, I mean, things have not been perfect. I think you pointed that out throughout the season in some of your articles, and I hope people are reading. Because, I mean, it's good for people to be paying attention to the team, and whatever you're doing out there is part of that. So good. But, I mean, just to be totally, like, lose all. Like, this is a fucking interview with a guy that runs a goddamn podcast and writes a fucking show on the website. You're that upset about this guy? This guy. Like, this is your problem? Just unbelievable to me. I mean, we get worse criticism than this. We're called fat and stupid, and
Larry called us fake news like 12 times.
Fake news. I got called a fake German. Whatever. I mean, listen, we've been called a lot of things, but I just don't see how this is. Like, you gotta at some point either laugh it off or go, yeah. It wasn't greatest. And I have to say, yeah, we didn't make the playoffs. And we're going to try to fix some of the things that you guys talked about in some of your article. Like, God, why take this guy to task? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always going to have a soft spot for Armas just because of his time at Chicago. But, I mean, let's grow a bit of a thicker skin here. Just
a little bit. Yeah.
I mean, you can fume behind the scenes or make small chide remarks. But I thought we didn't make the playoffs. I thought that was perfectly fine to say because I mean I'm fine with him being pissed off and handling something like that. But he should have followed it up with saying, yeah, the season didn't turn out the way we wanted it to. We had higher expectations. We lost because of a last minute goal, although. In argument's sake, we shouldn't have been in that situation to begin with. Will it be back next season? We'll see.
Frank, he did apologize. We're getting to that.
Yeah, don't ruin it, Frank. Come on.
God damn it, Frank.
Worst, I swear to God.
Over the months and even quite honestly the few years. So have fun with this one that we didn't make the playoffs. But yeah, my future with the team, listen, it's fresh, just ended. We'll have discussions with leadership and continue some discussions. That's all I can say for now.
It is part of who Armas is. He's always been a firebrand. But, how does Jack Pineda know I'm groping myself while we watch this?
He just sees your shirt going up and down.
Frank, wow. Well done.
Okay. So that comes out, and of course we have
The apology
pundits coming out. No, not the apology yet because they got to talk about this stuff.
Oh, yeah. Herc said Bush League response from Chris Armas. It was a legitimate question. Colorado was 21st best team out of 30 teams. Minus 12 goal differential. Only won 3 games away from home. For fuck's sakes, he says.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Again, there's definitely a better way that should have been handled. And, Chris does carry his, what's the phrase? His emotions on his sleeve or whatever it is. His heart on his sleeve.
His emotions are on his sleeve. And by the way, Herc does know Chris Armas. So it's not like, he's just saying it. But that's what I like about Herc. But by the way, we are still trying to figure out some fucking way where we can make I've been rapping with him about how we're going to get this done this week, Brett. So I don't know we'll talk about your flexibility afterwards, but after the show's over. But all right.
Winolda says, really? Not sure who's backing up who here, but I'll take Chris on this one. 90-minute goal to end your season. I've seen worse. Yeah, any season over the last 13 years of Chicago, -1, I guess, was worse.
We've seen worse from coaches. They are who we thought they were. We've seen worst explosions and whatever. It's not that horrible. He was a little snarky, but I'm going to give Chris a pass. He just had a bad moment.
Well, it's fresh off the loss and the season ended right there. So, you talk to somebody you've had a pissing contest with, I'm sure, for a couple of years. It's just like this motherfucker again.
Playoffs.
Yeah. Playoffs. Yeah. So it's I can see where Chris is coming from in the sense of being heated. There were much better ways of handling that.
Yes.
And it did scream insecure, kind of petty type of immature, I guess the way you worded it, I think is probably the best way to do it.
And on the scale of things about sensitivity, U.S. soccer behind the scenes, you don't really see it up front, but behind the scenes, U.S. soccer is way more sensitive than even Chris Armas. So just be cognizant of that. U.S. soccer literally had a plan to bring the straight red card and tactical manager and 11 Yanks and whomever to a game in Texas where they would sit us down and have a little lecture time with us about how we were being unfair to Greg Berhalter, etc. Our commentary was too harsh.
Maybe you guys should be nicer.
Right. Now, Brett and I didn't go, but
clerical error. It was a clerical error.
It was a clerical error. Our compatriots did go. And, of course, our colleagues
they got customized women's jerseys.
Yes, they got women's jerseys and a lecture about how they might better get access to the U.S. men's national team if they change their tone.
Play ball.
Play ball. That's what they said, which we would have been part of that meeting too. We weren't because we didn't go. But that, again, was a clerical error on my part. My bad, Brett. Anyhow, and I didn't want to fly, John. You're right. I don't want to fly. I would have driven down there. It is what it is.
Hell, dude, no way. That's like...
I know, it's a long one.
Like a 18 to 20-hour drive, easy.
Actually, take that back. I wouldn't have driven or flown there. I would have just said, fuck it. I'm not going. But you might have flown there. And you could have been a representative.
Jack Pineda says the women's jerseys would have fit your man tits perfectly, Derek.
Would they have? No.
Hey, it fit the women's tits nicely.
All right. Anyhow, so they're sensitive too. They're very sensitive. I think Garber and MLS are very sensitive. And why? Well, I guess we just generally have this insecurity. That's one part of it. But the second part is, for most of it, is their they're feeling like they don't have an ability to control the narrative. That's what they want to do in MLS, U.S. Soccer, and at their individual clubs at MLS. They still can't do it. And this is the glory of, like, there are pluses and minuses of this, but it is the glory of social media and the new world we live in. They're not allowed to, and they can't control the narrative. And they're incapable of doing it because they're so bad at it. They're so bad at it that it frustrates them. So we got a chance here as a group to continue to apply pressure and offer critical commentary that's, I hope, mostly worthy. I hope it's not nasty. I hope it's just real criticism and not personal attacks and all the other bullshit, unless it's comedy. I mean, comedy is a whole different thing. But I think that's changed the narrative for them too, in the sense that they know they can't, which is why they would even bother bringing in a bunch of podcasts by independent podcasters and try to convince them they need to be nicer, which they failed at.
Well, I feel like the funny thing aspect behind that is you're getting a bunch of former players jumping in the podcasting scene that are just as critical, and maybe sometimes even more critical, because they may know some inner workings behind something that they're like, dude, this is the same fucking thing that happened to me.
Yep.
You know? So it's funny that they would almost try to placate the independents out there.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden you have all the people that came up through the system, coming on, vocalizing their experiences and what they think of the current situation. So it's interesting. Go ahead, what?
Jack Banana says, you might be sensitive, Derek. I am in certain areas of my body.
Yeah.
But generally not that sensitive on this show. Just excited, excitable for sure. All right. What else we got?
The phrase.
Believe me, nothing that
you think you're excited. Feel these nipples.
Believe me, I go to bed every night and I sleep like a babe. So, I mean, whatever is said on this show in the comments doesn't ruffle my, they say. All right. So what do we got?
The update from Matt is that Chris Armas reached out and we spoke on the phone. He apologized. I accepted the apology and forgave him.
I wouldn't have put that part. I would have just said I accepted the apology.
I mean, you could have just left up. I mean, even then, you could have just said he apologized for the situation.
I just don't like that and forgave him part. I don't like that.
It seems pretty soft too.
It sounds like
I was hurt.
He kissed my feet, and then I put my hand on his head, and I forgave him.
So I guess Chris Armas had to create a Twitter handle
to just
maybe he had one already.
Yeah,
just put it out. But I mean, there's already 24 different Chris Armases out there. It's possible, I guess.
I suppose.
So he posted, and here we go. You want to give this a read?
I called Matt Pollard and had a great conversation with him today. I want to clear the air regarding my post-match press conference. Matt Pollard and I have shared many honest and real conversations over the past couple of years. I've always respected the way he approaches his work with thoughtful and lubed up pride. And I have also...
Before we move on from there, though, I've respected the way he approaches his work and thoughtfulness and pride. That didn't sound like it from the press conference. Maybe the emotions got the better of him.
Doesn't sound like that at all.
Who really listens to your tiny little show and reads your little
articles? Exactly. Yeah.
And how are you going to spin this? I don't even care how you're going to spin it. I mean, this sounds a little excessive. Just say, hey, we've had disagreements in the past.
Exactly. Don't sound like you were the biggest fan of a show all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I also have deep anal respect for anyone in the Denver media who covers the Rapids and cares about what we're building here in my anus. Matt's question the other night was completely fair. I didn't take issue with it. But when he mentioned us not making the playoffs, it hit harder.
Wait a second. If he didn't take issue with the question at hand, not making the playoffs was the very first thing he said.
Yeah, you started off as a smart ass.
Yeah.
All
I mean,
right.
he definitely took issue with the question at hand.
Maybe
Maybe
he
was saying, hey, I was upset about this beginning part because it stung. It was so fresh. The rest of the question was perfectly fine. You can say that, I guess.
He led off as an asshole.
Yeah.
He immediately led off as an asshole. It hit harder than I expected, like an unlubed penis. We were minutes away from achieving orgasm, something we'd poured everything into, and seeing it slip away like that was tough to process. In that moment, my emotions got the better of me, and I reacted in a way I shouldn't have. I'm truly sorry for that. It came from frustration, months of not having sex and heartbreak, not from any lack of respect for Matt's anus and the work he does. I really appreciate Matt and everyone who continues to support and cover this team. As many know, I have welcomed our media members into many aspects of our daily, day-to-day operations, including orgies, over the past few years, and look forward to continuing that relationship. What they all do matters to me, to the players, and to the club, as well as my anus. Chris Armas. There you go. That's what he said.
So I guess I'll lead off by saying, hey, I appreciate the coming out and saying you flubbed. I just think 90% of that apology letter could have been trimmed and just leave it to the fact. Say, hey, we just lost the playoffs. Matt asked a solid question, but I took it to heart because it stung because the wound was fresh. I acted the way I shouldn't have, and I wanted to apologize to Matt. So I gave him a call, whatever, something like that. Just leave off the, I hold everything Matt does with great respect and, fortitude and blah, blah, blah. Just say it. Just say it, man.
Just like most pubic hair, Brett, plenty of it could have been trimmed. And we would all been happier. Yeah, I just think
the apology should have been a my bad. Good game. Good going. I don't know if send you in the front.
I could have been less verbiage there, right? It ended up being sounding a little bloviated, honestly. So it is what it is. At least he apologized. I'll give him credit for that. I could have done without all the sexual stuff in it.
See, that was a little weird, I think, right?
I think that was a little much.
Keep that behind closed doors there, Chris.
Yes. I mean, really. Come on. All right. Are we about done?
Yeah.
Yes?
That's all, folks.
That is all, folks. It was a great night. I loved arguing with all of you tonight in the most friendly of a way. It was a lot of fun. It really was for the 158 of you here now. Thank you for joining us on this Monday night. I know there's not a lot going on, and we're making a whole lot out of nothing, but we're not. We're just having fun with what there is. All right. Until the next time on this Right Card, we should be back Thursday, I would imagine. I mean,
I can't imagine unless something happens, I guess, but hopefully some news happens.
I'd like something to happen. Yeah, something big. I don't know. A giant floating pair of breasts attacking Paris. That would be great. If that doesn't happen, I guess we'll just have to live with what we got.
Stuck up on the Eiffel Tower, right in the middle of them.
Just flapping around. Giant pair of breasts attack Paris tonight. All right, we'll be back on Thursday. Until then, good night, folks. We love you.
that hurt?
Blowjobs are a no for me.
It is a skill. It is a practice skill. It is a necessary skill.
The secret to a great blowjob is saliva, saliva, saliva.
It's important for us to learn from this because I think we lose because we beat ourselves.
You need to swallow it too.
I don't understand the problem here.
The people don't understand esophagus is the main player of the game.
Try to stay away from it as much as I can.
You can start by licking the tip.
I didn't understand it, but
Patrick Agumon to Bambi or a newborn giraffe or what.